Here's how you can export logo files for your clients in Adobe Illustrator. Here you see we have our logo, which is our full logo, logo mark, and logo type. So we basically have 3 different variations of the logo. So what we want to do is first set up our artboards. And to do that, what I'm going to do is just go to Object, Artboards, Fit to Selected Art. And now we have our artboard ready to export the full logo. But as mentioned, we have 3 logo variations. So what I want to do is duplicate this and duplicate that. So now we have that. I want to create 2 more artboards that are ready to export the logo type and the logo mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete the logo mark there, and I'm just going to delete the logo type there. So now I can again click this and go to Object, Artboards, Fit to Selected Art, and I'm going to do the same for this. So now you can see we have our full logo, our logo type, and our logo mark ready to be exported. But before we do that, I'm going to name the artboards and also duplicate them if I want different colors. So I'm going to go to Windows, Artboards, and now I can see all the artboards. So you can see as you click the different artboards, you can see which one's being selected. There is like a slight thin line around each artboard. So for the first one, I want to change this to full logo color, and the second one I'm going to change to logo type color, and lastly logo mark color. So now we have that. The reason I had added color at the end is, for example, if you want to export multiple color variations, which is definitely needed. So if I was to just do this and do this, if I wanted an all black version and an all white version, then I can just do that and just change the name at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I've now gone ahead and renamed all the artboards. So we have 9 artboards in total. We have 3 of them which are the full color, and then we have 3 of them which are all black, and then 3 of them which are all white. So now we can move on to exporting vector files. Now to export the vector files, what we can do is very simple. So we can just go to File and Export, and if we do Export for Screens, then you can see this Export for Screens panel, and you can see all of the logos on the artboards all labeled and very clear. So what I'm going to do is select that, and then I'm going to hold Shift and select the last one, so that selects everything. And then you can also see all of these versions over here. I actually added them previously, so you can do add scale and then change it. I'm not going to change the scale or the suffix. I'm going to leave that the same, and the only thing that's going to change is the format. So we have the 6 different formats: PNG, JPEG, SVG, AI, EPS, and PDF. I also have a few things turned on. So I have create subfolders, and the subfolders will be created using a format. So it won't be displayed with different sizes of the logo, because again, I'm just having the same scale. I'm not focusing on the scale, I'm focusing on the formats. So I want it in different formats. And export as PDF, this was by default on multiple files, so I have that. And then you can also have open location after export, just to confirm that is exported in the right place. One thing that you want to make sure is you want to click this setting here, which is advanced settings, and you want to ensure that the background color is set to transparent. Once this is changed, everything else should be fine. So you don't need to go in and change these settings, only if you want to. In the blog post, I've included some in-depth information about what you can do to each of these settings. But for now, I'm going to leave this as default, so I didn't change anything. You just want to make sure background color is set to transparent. And you can also choose where you want to save the logo files. So once you do that, you can just do export artboard. So here we have the AI, EPS, JPEG, PDF, PNG, and SVG formats of the logo files. So if I go into EPS, you can see all of the files are there, and JPEG is also all here, and PDF, and so on. They'll all be the same and consistent throughout. If you want to deliver your logo files in a clean and professional way, I've created a free logo file structure folder. It includes a ready-to-use folder system for organizing logo files, a blueprint overview for the folder structure, and simple guidelines explaining each file format. Everything is designed to be handed directly to your client so they can easily understand and use the files. The link is in the description.